What's up, fight fans? We are back at it with another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I am always your host, Edwin, and where the world fights start, round one. All right. Apparently I've been having some technical difficulties here with my mic and my system ever since I got this new setup. I went back to listen to my earlier video, and it sounds like crap. So I wanted to come on right now and explain a couple things and see if my audio is actually working a lot better because I was really disappointed on the way it sounds. So let me check out right now. I have to see this. Oh shit! I even have the title wrong. Yeah, it's echoing. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Yeah, that's not my audio. Bing. All right, what about now? All right, hold on. All right, I got that. Let me that sounds a little bit better right there. Hold on, hold on. Let me see if yeah, I heard it. Did you hear my effects too? Why is it all right, hold on. All right, hold on, hold on. Wait, recording, dry recording. Let me see if this all right, how does that sound? And comparison, does it block out my voice when I'm talking? What's up? All right, is it hold on. Let me see. Come on, hurry up. I I think that should do it. You sound good. Your effects are good. All right. All right. Well, I guess I guess that's let me see. Hold on. One more test. One more test, guys. One more test. Tell me, can you hear these this there's cheering right there, the bell and the round one. Now, does it cut out when I'm talking like these are my sound deck ones. Those are my sound decks ones. Sounds good, guys? Two Tone is saying OC is gonna beat me. Really? You know what I'm saying? Look, uh, Two Tone, was when he was calling the initial fight. I dare you guys to go back and watch the initial fight when Two Tone was commentating OC the Boss's fight. He was so much talking with the girl that was next to him that he started saying in the beginning, OC's getting pieced up. And then somewhere in the middle of the fight, he said, Yo, I got OC this round. I got OC. And you can tell Ness wasn't paying attention to the round and he went by what Two Tone said. So for 2 rounds, he kept saying to Ness that OC was winning when he was losing both those rounds. And we saw it. I don't think OC the boss won one round. He had a couple good sequences in the match. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I do expect OC the boss to fight me different. Yes. Reason why, that guy was a lot taller than OC. So he was trying to put his punch over that guy like that. You know what I mean? And let's just be honest here. I'm not delusional. I'm not delusional. OC the boss got 15 fights. I got I'm making basically my debut in the last 30 years. He just fought in August, August 2nd. He's just been out of a training camp, going into another fight just under 3, 4 more months. So OC the boss, he has a lot on me. All right. The deck is stacked against me. When they had me sign up for this fight, it was kind of like being a little rushed the time. Like I could have opted out for the next one and got more training. So, but OC wanted a victory because he just lost. So he thinks he's suckering me into to this. This is like you getting called to that meeting and then telling you, yo, you're being set up. As soon as you walk in, they're gonna put a gun behind your back. And you're like, I know. And you still go in there in the room and what happened? You fuck them all up, right? You know, you knew it was a setup, but you could flip the script. I have the ability to flip it on all these dudes. You know what I'm saying? My back is against the wall. This is not a test. This is not a drill. You know what I'm saying? Right? So I know all of this. So if I can pull this off, and I'm older than him too as well, him having the more experience, just coming off of a training camp, and if Round One Sports Talk pulls this off, what would that say about me? They basically saying that I'm gonna gas out. That it's virtually impossible for me to win this fight. You know what I mean? And I don't I don't think they have a measuring stick for a man's heart. How far a man's willing to go. There's no measuring stick for that. And I think that they're really counting me out. He's not underestimating me. No, he's gonna train to beat me. You know what I mean? So the same version of OC the boss is gonna show up. It's gonna show up. The guy he's preparing to beat me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they're taking in a factor a man's desire to win. You know, that doesn't automatically grant me the victory. No, no. But you ever hear that expression? I don't think you know who you fucking with. I don't think you know who you messing with. And I'm not gonna go in there and blow my load in one shot. Go out there and dump it all out in round one and gas out round two and round three, be vulnerable. I know what that's like to gas out and be so tired and so fatigued that you can't even raise your hand to block punches because you gassed out. Let me tell you something right now. If you don't know this about a fight, right? Anxiety by itself, anxiety by itself, and being tensed by itself would fatigue a person. You don't have to throw a single punch, not one punch, and you might not make it out the first round. You don't believe me? That happens. Going backwards will fatigue you in a fight as well. Having a person throw their weight on top of you will also fatigue you. So he's they're relying a lot of the people that are viewing this, they're relying on a lot of these factors that I'm not gonna be able to control the night. That I'm gonna the night is gonna be too big. The lights are gonna be too bright. You know what I mean? The moment is gonna be too big for me, you know? And I don't think they know I'm built for this shit. I'm built for this. That's what gets me excited. That's what gets me out of bed. Like I said, I don't think they know who they fucking with. And when they thought that they were setting me up to take this fight for him to get an easy victory, you know how they say cherry pick gone wrong. You feel me? Let me read up some of y'all messages here. What up? You sound good. Affects that? No, not. You can't hear the effects? Okay, so I gotta press the other button. Wait, recording. How about now? Let me see these clapping sounds. Let me know after that. I'm gonna go down reading your message, but let me know if you hear those clapping. Did me and Two Tone have beef way back? Me and Two Tone had a little thing, but the reason why me and Two Tone had a little beef, small little beef and shit is because basically I was the new kid in class. I was the new kid in class on TV on TBV on the boxing voice with Ness, and I know my shit, and I had a different way of expressing boxing that I think sometimes it can be intimidating for some guys. And he was like, "Oh, he sounds like this and shit," so he really, really wanted to like clown me or something. You know how it is when nowadays, if they're not better than you in something, what do? They try to like make up stuff, like they'll say, "Oh, uh you know, if you was on a desert island, this, and this, you know what I'm saying? I think this motherfucker would drown in a cup of water or something. Right? But that's just fake shit. So what happened was I was the new kid in class, and I was taking a lot of criticism, and I had to make my way. And I had to like establish myself on the boxing voice as, being a contributor to the show. And I think I've done that. I think I've done that. I've made my place there, and you know, and I break down, what I see with my eyes. So me and Two Tone, we had a little thing like that, but we let that go. We let that go. We had a talk behind the scenes, me, him, and Ness. We talked and shit, and we cool. We cool. We cool. Two Tone's cool with me. I'm cool with him. Cool with Ness. I like all the guys that are on there. I like the vibe. I don't like the beef. On the boxing voice, that it's not needed there. What we want to do is build a good community, and have good vibes. You know what I'm saying? With everybody. We all get at each other. Brothers always fight. You know what I'm saying? Cousins always fight, you know. But for the most part, I'm there to talk about boxing, to interview the boxers, and to ask the hard questions. You know, Ness does the same thing. You know how Ness is. Ness is messy sometimes. Ness likes me and everything, but he'll take shots at me. You know what I'm saying? Ness will. He's gone against me a few times because what the fuck is it on the show if we're all agreeing all the time? Yeah, man. Yes, 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 yes. Nah, point out your boy's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And he'll point yours out sometimes. And then there's times that we come into each other's defense and aid, like, yo, this, that, and everything. But that's the show. That's the show. And I'm a privileged to be a part of it with Ness. That's Ness's show. You know, Tone got his own, I got my own on the side, but TBV, that's all Ness. He's the captain of that ship. That he made that shit. Not Tone, not me, nobody. Ness made that shit. The only other person is Danny that I could say that was like with him for, kind of little like a little while and shit. But TBV, the owner of that shit, that's Ness's baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't claim to fucking have done any part of that show or have like built anything. You know what I'm saying? I just like being able to talk to these boxers and everything. And when I'm ready to really take my channel to the next level and interview more fighters, I'm gonna do more interviews and stuff. But baby steps. I've never asked Ness for like anything or anything like that or any of the guys and stuff because I'm also learning. I'm also learning about my passion about covering the sport and watching them interview these guys and learning from them and keeping up with the times, keeping up with the sports, the names, getting the names right. You guys know how I am. I'll fuck up a name quick. I'll rename you, you know. So, that's how it is. And I'm long-winded sometimes in my explanations like a motherfucker. And I gotta stop being so damn long-winded and say like right now, I'm being long-winded in this explanation. And no, me and Two Tone, we cool. Should have said that like that. Boom, 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 right? So yeah, man. But I'm learning. I'm learning. And this fight right here, right? I just want the world to know and everybody, I was never pressured into this fight. I didn't have to take this or do this. I want to do this to challenge myself. I was fucking bored sitting on my couch. I had nothing to do. I'm just a little crazy fighter, little warrior inside my head. Every day I can't turn him off. And he wants to fight. He wants to fight. And when I heard about this border war shit, I was in there every day fucking twiddling my fingers like, could you actually do this, Edwin? You think at your age you can do this shit, bro? You might think you're a ninja up here, Edwin. But go ahead. Go into the gym and try it. And I was right, bro. I was right. I thought I bit off more than I could chew. There's been nights since I've been training. I went to bed like doubting myself, sore as hell. So my legs are so sore, man. They were trembling, bro. And my wife had to massage my legs and shit. And she's like, "Yo, you could back out of this." I'm like, "I'm not backing out of this shit, man. Nah, I could do this. I could do this." And right after I turn off this mic, guess where I'm going? Jogging. I'm about to go jogging. Why? Because if I lose, man, but I did everything I felt I could do within, my time frame. If I felt like I gave it my all, I won't feel bad. But I know if I show up to this fight and I cut corners and I didn't take this shit serious and I lose, I'm gonna feel bad. Cause I know there it goes one, another opportunity and you squandered it. You fucking squandered it. Listen, I'm not turning pro. I'm not having multiple exhibition fights. This might be one and done. It's probably gonna be one and done, right? It was just to see for me. Everybody talks about fighting and getting up and punching somebody in the face, and this guy should have beat him and he should unify, and this guy should fight this world champion. Well, remember how hard this shit is. Yo, this shit is humbling. Training, it's fucking humbling, bro. It's humbled me. Yo, secretly, I already got my ass whooped. I already got my ass whooped by this young kid. I didn't film it. I didn't want to show it. Right? um, this shit is humbling, bro. I had to like stop and then train some more for another week. And then I felt myself getting stronger. And I felt the snap in my punch, like, dang, dang. And my body started to wake up. Then I started to feel better about it. I was like, oh shit, wait a minute. My body is kind of responding. Why? It's because I'm training and I'm training right. I'm not thinking I'm a ninja. I'm actually training. And throughout my training, yo, it's like this shit is, yo, it's it's made me question myself. Like, what kind of man are you? You know, how bad do you want this? How far are you willing to go, Edwin? You know, and sometimes when I'm jogging, I'm like dead tired and I don't want to jog no more. I don't want to get up in the morning and work out. I don't want to do, and then I'm like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you were talking that shit that you wanted this fight, careful what you asked for, because you just might get it. And now that you got it, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do, Edwin? Huh? You don't look like a quitter to me. You ain't never been scared of a man before. Are you gonna start now? Did you accept the challenges when they came up? Yeah. All right. Everything you set your mind to do, Edwin, you've pretty much done. I know you can do this. I know you can. You didn't, you might have been motivated the first week and said all that shit out of motivation, Edwin, right? But we're not motivated over here. We're driven. We're dedicated, disciplined, and discipline above all. Discipline overrides motivation. Motivation, you work out when you're motivated. Discipline works out motivated or not, happy, sad, rain, snow, or shine. Discipline gets it done. Hard work, dedication. But all these things don't spell victory for me. No, they don't. Yeah, I could have all the desire in the world, but maybe the deadline was too much. Maybe my body, I am 51 and this is really tough. And maybe there is no 50-year-old man, 51-year-old man that could pull this off. And everybody in the world was right. And I'm a fool. I'm a fool for not listening to the rest of the world. And when you're 51, what are you doing? You're gonna get hit one time or this and that, and you're gonna fold like a lawn chair. And if that happens, man, you know what? If the fighting gods won't grant me this victory, then fuck y'all. I'll go get it myself. I'll go get it myself, man. Cause I'm not gonna let them tell me what I feel. And I'm not gonna let them dictate what I go after. Yeah, they they don't see this kind of shit. They don't think I can do it. That's like, have you ever been told you can't do something? Have they told you that your life was over? You're finished at your age. That you can't get that job, that you can't do this or you can't do that. Have they? Is that what they got you believing? No, no, no. They don't they don't believe in it. They think Imma look slow, sloppy. They think that at this age, your body's not gonna jump back. They think that this is nearly impossible at the time frame that I was given. If I was probably given a bigger, longer training camp, maybe a 51-year-old guy could do this. But that's not my situation. I'm talking under the time frame that I have from the moment they told me and all the smoking I do. Completely stop smoking. Like straight up cold turkey. Like, and this is driving me crazy too. All the shit is coming out of my pores. Trying to stay disciplined to the no smoking rule. I figure, man, 70 something days without smoking weed or whatever, so what? It'll benefit me. You know what I mean? It's tough, but it's what I need. I try to tell myself if I don't do this, I'm gonna get my ass whooped. And it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth the sacrifice. It's worth it. It's all worth it, man. And I know even if I lose, I'll come out on the other side a better man for this. I know I will. So let me read some of y'all questions, man. See if y'all rocking with me. What's up? Who's that? Chicago what? Chicago April? What up? Is that what that says, man? Anthony, what's up? Okay, let me that I scrolled way up there. Okay, pause. All beef has been squashed, tone, and round one has what? Respect for one another. Yes. Yes, absolutely. What's up? Who's this? Let me see. Who's this? Let me put you up on the screen. One show Jeep. Salute, brother. Let's see what this says. I gotta put it up on the screen because it's bigger because my freaking eyes is too small over here. To be honest, I got you beating OC. Thank you, brother. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Yo, guys. Thank you, guys. Listen, um, they today, in fact, I got a sponsor. I got a sponsor, and they send me money on the Cash App and everything, and they asked to be unanimous. They didn't, they didn't want. They just wanted to see me chase my dream and my journey, and they're following me, they're watching me, and they're cheering for me. So they donated $300 to Round One Sports Talk. That's gonna go to my flight. That hopefully will give me the round trip, and then I gotta also pay the fee for enrolling into the fight itself. So that's another couple hundred. Facts. Yep. So yeah, brother. Yo, we with you, Edwin. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. And mhm. Yo, so um so they donated for that right there, right? And then I had went on earlier today and I had talked about the the sponsor that I had received. Do you guys know, lo and behold, I go on and to check my Cash App again, and another gentleman came in and sponsored another $200. Yeah. So people are getting behind me, man. And there's yo, this is how I know that this is destiny. You know what I mean? Like I had a lot of expenses here, and like, just this was my dream and everything, and I'm asking for help, but I just didn't want to come out and be like, "Yo, I need all this money." It feels weird like that, kind of. But if you guys know me, like I've invested a lot of my own money into all of this, and I always tell you guys, I don't believe in that. I believe in karma. I believe if somebody sent you money for something, use it for that thing. If you take that money and you use it for something, yo, that's gonna curse you. That's don't ever do that. You know what I'm saying? When you're investing in your business, if you're investing in your business, invest in your business. Trust me, guys. Don't. I never was that kind of person that would, like take money from something and say, yeah, I'm doing this. Nah, I don't like that shit, bro. So I believe in karma a lot, man. And look, man, people are supporting me, and I think it's because they see that like I'm real about this, and and this is all like pure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could see bullshit when you see it. And yo, man, that freaking got to me today. I was like, yo, man, that's just awesome. So now maybe I could buy a different pair of trunks. So when I go in the ring, I could order a new pair of trunks and shit. And maybe, just maybe, I can train in those shoes instead of, because I was like scared to train in the shoes because I want a pair of shoes in the ring. I paid 100 for those shoes. I paid for everything out of my pocket. My wife helped me a lot. I had to get the mouthpiece, the gloves, the hand wraps, the shoes. And then I got a pair of shorts. I got a muscle shirt, and I showed it. I showed you guys what it was. I got the red, white, and blue theme going and shit. And I thought it was pretty cool and shit. But I was gonna train in that at the gym, but I was like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna use my sweatpants in the gym and maybe wear that in the ring. So, but yeah, this came out to be costly. It cost me $100 to register my book. It cost me another 250 to get that reading. It also is gonna cost me the flight there, the hotel room, and then I gotta eat. I gotta eat, obviously, and then I gotta pay the enrollment fee for the fight. So, yeah, kind of costly here to chase your dreams, but for me, worth it, worth it. And thank you to everyone, that is supporting me, man, and backing me and believing in me that I can win this fight. And I'm gonna bring us home the victory. I'm gonna bring us home that victory. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna give it my all. Yeah, yeah, man. And I'm just thankful for the situation. Truly am. I'm thankful for Nesta Give and TBV, because he put all this shit together. Had it not been for Ness and the platform that he has, I don't do this. Nope. Well, to have a fight that no one's gonna see, just like an amateur fight, I could have went and did that in the fucking gym. You can go to some freaking thing and go, but no one's gonna see that. But the platform that Ness built over there in the community, man, yo, it's amazing. That's fucking amazing what he was able to accomplish. Hats off to him, bro. And he does the border wars and everything else. So, it's truly because of men like himself and myself that have a passion to keep boxing alive. Remember when they weren't even viewing boxing on ESPN, when they would view it like after golf, or they would like have basketball and going in between basketball and baseball, they would cut and say the heavyweight champion knocked out this guy and baseball. There was no TV networks that were covering boxing. And for a long time, boxing took a dip, it plundered like that. And unless you were like you had an uncle or somebody that was, boxing families and stuff like that. Floyd kept boxing alive for a little while and the Manny Pacquiao's, but there was no outlets, nowhere where you can go and just watch a boxing program, a boxing show. And then all of a sudden, men like Ness, there were a lot of other guys that started before him too. But men like him started these podcasts and gave us the platform to come up and talk about our favorite fighter. And he allows you to go up there, and even if he like doesn't agree to what you're saying, he still lets you speak freely. Sometimes he'll check you on some shit, right? And if you're dissing his favorite fighter, he'll get on you. Ness has his days just like I do and everybody else does. But boy, is it fun. Boy, is it fun. Boy, you know what I'm saying? Does he bring facts? Does he bring real interviews? Does he bring real topics? Real Yes. 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 And he could be wrong sometime. None of us are perfect in this world. But still, right, wrong, or indifferent, whether you love, like, or hate him, you gotta admit what he built is fucking awesome, bro. That is, I wish and I hope I can get to that level right there. You know what I'm saying? I'll make like Latino border wars and we'll go against Ness's border wars and shit. You know what I mean? I'll get my thing going over here. Man, that would be awesome. I just got to get, big. I got to get big. And maybe this fight right here, you know what I'm saying? Yo, check it out. You know how when like Jews be on their boxing podcasts and shit, and they be like, "You talking about boxing? What you know about boxing? What I know about boxing? Right after this fight, your boy's picture's going on Box Rec, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna have a Box Rec. They took my picture. You're gonna see me on Box Rec. Woo! I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, that's the validation and you know that's what I seek, like to not just be a person that talk about it, but to be about it. You know what I mean? And at my age, what I'm saying, I'm choosing to be about it. You know what I'm saying? For all of us, I'm fighting for you that you don't have the opportunity to do it because you got to go to work or you got the kids and everything. I'm fighting for you, homie. Your energy is going to be in the ring with me that night. I'm fighting for all of us that wish we can get that one fight. And for whatever circumstances you can't get it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pull this off for all of us, bro. That's right. You know what I'm saying? For all us boxing nut fanatics, give me all that energy, man. You know what I'm saying? Send it my way, bro. I believe that there's this place in heaven for us, for warriors, fighters. I truly believe that. There has to be, for for that warrior inside of us, and like, people like my family and shit. I didn't want them to talk me out of it. They're like, "You're going through a midlife crisis," and they don't understand that little that little crazy fighter inside of us that lives that, we like a good fight. We like a good fight. And, I had thought I waited until it was too late, until I can no longer physically fight. I might have, but we're about to find out, right? I'm not pulling out of this fight for nothing. I'm not. I'm not. Man, I don't want to jinx myself or anything, but if anything was to happen, none of you guys are gonna know about it because I'm just gonna hide it and I'm still gonna fight because this is what I want, man. This is what I want, man. I was fucking bored as shit out here in the boonies and shit. Just a retired old fighter with nothing to do. And all of a sudden this came by. It was like music to my ears, man. I was like, what? on a stage, and people are gonna see it. How many people watch this? 16,000 people saw it. I'm gonna get 25,000 on mine. I might get 30. I'm gonna double that shit. You know what I'm saying? People gonna want to come to see me, you know? And that's how I thought in my little crazy head. Whether it's true or not, right? Just dream big. I never really had a lot of things in life, like things I went after and shit. Some things came easy and I abused other things. Um, I took my physique and my God given abilities for granted. I'm the definition of wasted talent. I can live with that. I can live with that. I understand that we can, as people, we can reinvent ourselves. We don't have to call it quits, man, and just be like, man, what if? What if? Well, I'm tired of asking what if. I'm tired of opportunity coming up and I'm not being in the right position to take advantage of the opportunity I've been given. For whatever reasons, I couldn't walk through that door. You know what I mean? And right now, I'm struggling. Right now, I'm struggling. I'm going through this battle right now. You know, whether you guys know it or not. And I think I'm gonna show myself that even when it's at the toughest situation, I can still pull it off. And I'm going to. And I'm going to. I'm gonna win this fight. I'm gonna win this fight. I'm not going there to lose, man. Nah, I'm not going there to lose. You know, I'm not a sore sport. Win, lose, or draw, whatever happens, I'm gonna let nature take its course, you know. But if destiny doesn't want me to win this fight, well then I'll fight destiny right outside in the parking lot before the fight because he's gonna have to destiny's gonna have to respect me. Yep. I'm training. I'm training hard. Whether you guys see it or not, whether I post it or not, just know that I'm doing what I have to do and I'm taking all the precautions I have to take. And I'm not rushing myself, and I'm not letting all these people worry me about sparring, you know, they don't know it, but I've already sparred, but since I got my ass kicked really fast, I didn't want to show it. But um it's not like when at that time when I was sparring, I was actually sparring like to like full, right? What we was doing that day was working on drill, and we were hitting downstairs to the body and stuff. But man, did that shit hurt. And I had to stop. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So, I was getting my ass kicked a little there, but it wasn't like I was actually being allowed to fight. No, I was being told, stand right here and then engage here. Boom, boom, boom. And then do this. Boom, boom, boom. Like that. See what I'm saying? It's not like I was starting the fight. I came out sparring and I was like, yeah, he let me just start from the beginning. No. There was like five of us, two matched up here, two matched up there, two matched up there, two here. Like that. And we're running like the drills like that. You see what I'm saying? And he was getting me. He was getting me, man. This little motherfucker, he fast as shit. And it was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. I had to quit 2 times. I was like, yo, 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 yo. And I was like, let me catch my breath. And then we went back, right? But that was real early in this. Like, hopefully, that same kid or whatever, I invite him back to my house. And I think he's actually coming tomorrow. Tomorrow, Saturday? Yeah, he's actually coming tomorrow. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna run those drills and everything again with them, and then preparing myself to go into sparring. Now I met my sparring partner. I know this dude is my sparring partner. They haven't officially said it to me yet, right? But I know it's him, right? Because the other dudes in the gym, they were all like, at the end when we're like putting our bags away, wrapping our wraps and shit, he comes up to me, the other kid, and he was like, "Yeah, man, that guy's new here too, like you." And he was like, "But don't worry, he's not that fast." Now, why would you be telling me he's not that fast if the coach has already alluded like we got him for him. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So I already met my sparring partner. He a big motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He kind of big, and he's big and he's tall. He's taller than me, like that. He weighs more than me. Yeah, he weighs more than me. But um, I saw him like in the corner, like when we were training and shit. I was like peeping everybody. You know what I'm saying? You're peeping like everybody. And I saw him and shit. I was like, if I have to spar him, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I was sizing him up a little, sizing him up and shit. So I think I know who's my sparring partner is gonna be. So when I go in this week, it's who is gonna be and shit. So I think starting Monday, we're gonna spar three times a week. I think hopefully we'll get that in and then go from there and everything. But I have been making the preparation to get my stamina up, to get myself ready for the next step. And I'm listening to my body. I'm not trying to overwork myself. I'm not trying to like do too much. And I'm not doing what they tell me to do. Like everybody, no, you need to go in here and spot right now. But bro, chill the fuck out, bro. If my coach tells me that in a little while I'll be ready, then my coach knows what he sees. And I believe in my coach. If my coach didn't throw me there in day one, it was for a reason. You know what I'm saying? He gave me instructions. He told me what to go work on. And I've been working on those things until I go back and, like not back at that time, at the night one, because I'm going to the gym to practice what he's told me to do. The drills he told me to do, everything he told me to do, I'm doing it. So when I go back in the night one, which is the later one, that's when I think I'm gonna spar, and we'll do it then and stuff. But yeah, I believe in my coach. I believe in the process. I'm not rushing anything, and I'm gonna be ready. The thing is to be ready for November 8th and not overtrain everything in the beginning. Now, I understand that I haven't done much training, so I really needed a lot more training in my situation. I really did. I needed a lot more. But doing part, we can't cry over spilled milk or what if. We don't live there. I don't live in what if land. I live in reality. What's going on right now. And what my situation is. This is what my situation is, and this is what I need to do if I expect to win this fight. So, yeah, there's my boy right there. That's my man, my 61-year-old partner right here. This guy right here is a 3-time Golden Glove champion back in the day. Yo, I think my man right here still got one in him, but I see I'm fighting for him. I'm fighting for Alvarez here. He's at home right now taking care of elderly mom doing what a son is supposed to do, you know, and cuidar la mami. And because he doesn't have the ability to do this, these are the men that I fight for. He lives vicariously through me. And I hope I could bring us home to victory. For we can all be happy and proud, of one of us did it. And back me on this, guys. I need to feel the energy and everybody, apoyándome. Let me hear it. I want it, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit those 100s in the chat. Interact. Let me see it. You know what I mean? Like like I like when I get positive feedback, man. I like it. It gives me like that confident boost. And I also like the negative shit too, because that sparks me too. You know what I'm saying? Do not stop sparring. You will get your time in a little while. Also, your body will get, in fighting shape. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm working on. I'm trying to get my body in that fighting shape, where tú sabes, oh yeah, Alvarez, when you first start training, hitting that bag, you get tired fast. Then you get to that point where shit, I can't catch my breath. And it feels like you're gonna pass out. It feels like, hold, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? And you gotta train to get past that. And then once you get past that little bit, and it's gonna happen again. You gotta get to a minute. So first you gotta get to 30 seconds. Then you gotta get to a minute. Then from a minute, you gotta get to a minute and 30 seconds. From a minute and 30 seconds, you gotta get to 2 minutes. And that's just one round, baby. That's just one round. Now you got to do that for 2 more rounds. And you got to condition your body to be able to do that. And go one round, sit down and turn off for 1 minute. Learn how to take your breath in between rounds. Learn how to utilize that and calm your body and be comfortable there. It's not easy to do. And then get up and remember, like, you overthinking in the fight can get you tired. You thinking about getting tired will get you tired. I've experienced that. I know that. Had I not experienced that firsthand, I wouldn't believe that. I'm like, how the fuck is you thinking about getting tired going to get you tired? How does that work? Sure enough, if anybody's ever been in the ring, give me a thumbs up. Give me a 100 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. That you anxiety, you thinking, clinching would fucking get you tired. And my man Alvarez here knows about that. 3-time Golden Glove champion here, That's right. Do plenty of calisthenics, do lift weights, get get loose and stay loose. I wish I was there to help, but I have to take care of mommy. I know it. God bless, brother. I got you. Yes, I wish you were here to help. Um, as a matter of fact, I gotta call Hector, man. I keep sleeping on that and making arrangements to meet up with Hector and shit, so that he can help me out with a couple things too as well, because I'm always willing to learn and take advice and also train for a day with someone that's supporting me. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's cool to like um get that support from people that are willing to jog with you, willing to go through what you're going through and understand it, that this assignment that I'm taking on right here, Although it is a tough one, you know, we're willing to take it on, man. You know what I mean? And see this through. Oye, vamos a meterle una pela a este cabrón país. Nosotros, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna beat them, baby. We're gonna beat them. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna rise to the occasion. I think we're gonna shock a lot of people. Hold on one second. Yeah, man. So yeah, I definitely think that I think I'm gonna surprise a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hopefully that our fight steals the night and shit. And I hope OC comes out and gives a good performance too. You know what I mean? And both of us, you know, uh give a great performance, a great account of ourselves. Um, I'm not sure if I can stop him or he'll stop me. I'm thinking, you know, long term. I'm thinking 3 rounds, and I'm thinking about, beating him, for 3 rounds. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I do know that if I do see an opportunity, I'm going to take it. I do know that, yeah, I'm not going to squander my opportunity. Um, and I just got to fight intelligently. If you think you're going to think the fight, like sit at home and think of all these sequences of the way you fuck around and do that, and I guarantee you the fight is nothing like you thought. We always do that to ourselves. We try to say, and we try to think of every possible scenario of how this person's going to respond to what you said, or how you're going to convince the person, and you go into the conversation and it's nothing like you thought. All the questions you asked yourself, you had a rebuttal for everything. You go there and it's never the way you thought. So to sit here and think about how the fight's going to play out, life has taught me that. Don't think about it, bro. Allow nature to take its course and just prepare yourself. Just worry about preparation. That's it. Worry about the preparation, worry about being in shape, being ready, and then allow the fight to take place. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. As far as trying to sit there and fantasize of how the fight's gonna play out, or who's gonna do what, or what he's gonna do, sit here and try to break down. No, he's gonna do this and do that and do nah. That shit don't work like that. We all know that. We old enough to know that we've learned our lesson through our lives, that shit doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Salute, guys. Salute. Absolutely, guys. Listen. Oh, that's my man right here. He be giving me mad advice right here. What's up? Yup. Um, mindset. You have to have a good mindset sometimes to get through things. And that's a good, legendary, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, look, it's important to control your mind and control your thoughts. It's fucked up when your own thoughts and your own mind are going against you, isn't it? And you're not even believing in yourself anymore. It's fucked up to get to that place in your life or in that situation where that you're scared and your mind is against you. Your mind's not telling you fucking kick open the door, be a warrior, get up. Your mind is against you and it wants to protect you, and fear and doubt starts to set in and shit. Um you have to have a good mindset, man. You know what I'm saying? And find a way. Know that there's always a way, and don't give up. Sometimes in life I used to like see things, right? And I would, break things down in my head like, um, oh, uh, this person did this, so the X, Y, and Z, he's like this. And I've already made my mind about the matter. And later in life, I started realizing that I was getting blindsided in life like that because I had already projected what I thought of that person, right? Then come to find out, the situation was different. So now I have a different mindset, the way I view things. When I do things that I'm looking how to solve a problem, I'm looking at something and I'm saying, well, how do we get up there? Well, we could take that rope, we could tie it to that, and I could swing across and get into the window. Well, that's one way to do it. Okay. What's another way? You can give me a boost. I can stand on your shoulders and I can get in through that way. That's another way to do it. We could see if we have some a trash can or something, and we could stack it on each other, and we could build a kind of device where we can climb up and get up there. Now I've given you three different ways, but at least my mind is open to three different avenues. And I'm not just taking the first thought that comes into my head. And I think that that kind of thinking, that kind of mindset, it's good to have an open mind. When you're in trouble, when times are tough, you know that, yeah, you're in a tough situation, but if you think things through, sometimes there's always a way. You can't panic. You have to have a superior mindset, where you know you're not taking the first thing, the first logical thing, the conclusion you came up with. This time you're better prepared to see at a broader view. So yeah, mindset is always something important to me. And in life, it's taught me that you can be in a hole, in a fucking hole, bro. They could trap your body, but they can't trap your mind. You could sit there and you could put your mind and you can daydream and you could take yourself away to a far place. The mind is very powerful, very powerful. But the worst thing in the world, I think, for me, is when your mind is against you and you are no longer controlling your thoughts. I learned that a thought is either bad or good unless you put action behind it. I can think about punching somebody in the face or doing horrible things to them. There's nothing wrong with that. We all have bad thoughts, but it's when you put action to that thought that becomes reality. You understand? And control your mind. When just the same way you became fearful of something is the same way you can unfear yourself from that thing, that very thing. You taught yourself to be fearful. You said, if I touch that, that shit's hot. I'm scared of that, right? Now you know, but you don't always have to be scared of it. You can learn how to work around it, work with it, control it, not live in fear from it. And my mindset tells me that I'm not finished, that I'm not done. And I'm going to have my mind on my side, in my side, because there's no greater feeling than having your mind with you and having the courage and the will to see it through, to be sharp, know what you want, not have your mind all over the place, be focused, driven. It's okay we were lost sometimes, or one time in our life, or even now. It's okay to not even know where you were going tomorrow. It's okay. If you're still here, guess what? You have time to change everything. Sometimes you might not be able to see things, and the road might look long. It looks like nothing's going to change, and it can feel hopeless at times. I'm here to tell you, wait a little bit. It'll get better. It will get better. And if you back yourself up, I guarantee it will get better. I guarantee it. So, fight fans, listen, thank you for supporting me. I feel the love, I feel the support, from all of you. Um, I'm locked in, 10 toes down, 10 toes down, 10 toes down. I'm locked in this. I'm chasing one of my things I wanted to do in my life. I always wanted to be a fighter. I always wanted to be a boxer. And I always wanted to fight on a world stage. And TBV has given me the stage. Now it's up to me to perform. Now I have to go out there and do my part. So, um, if you're anything like me, if 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 you want to follow me, I invite you to join the Round One Sports Talk family. Be a member, um, and watch me as I go through this, and and no, I'm not gonna let you down, man. I'm gonna do everything in my power, man, to get ready. No excuses. I lose, man. Whatever, bro. Whatever, whatever, bro. You guys think he's gonna beat me? He's got 15 fights. Yeah, yeah. You guys think he got more experience? Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. He just fought. Yeah. I'm 51. Yeah. I'm done. Yeah. I'm finished. Yeah. That's what you think. Yeah. I'm gonna gas out. I ain't gonna show up. Yeah. You need a standby? Yeah. All right. Okay. Remember all that shit. Remember it all. Put him in the ring with me. Put him in the ring. Remember that. Yeah, you think he's gonna beat me? Okay. All right. To everybody that's gonna doubt me, man. Every person that ever doubted you, that thought, and you were just like, man, just give me that opportunity. Let me show you I ain't bullshitting, man. And you know you can do the job better than that other guy. You know that you can do this, but they don't want to give you a shot. And the day they give you your shot, are you gonna show up or are you gonna shy away? Let me know what you built of, what you made of. All right, everything's against me. Now I know what Terrence Crawford feels like. Now I know what he feels like. Yo, fight fans, love yourselves. I'll see you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna do live podcasts doing boxing. always. A win, lose, or draw. This doesn't define me as, you know what I'm saying, as a podcaster. You never lost a fight before? The fact that I did it, just the fact that I gotta complete it. Win, lose, or draw. The fact that I did it solidifies me as a boxer and that I'm in the boxing world. So that by itself stamps me. The victory would give me more, but the fact that I actually did it at my age, why would I ever shy away from that? A loss doesn't destroy my pot, it actually builds it. Yeah, round one went in there, fought, he lost. But guess what? Round one did it. Round one got up, trained, went out there and showed up and got in that ring and fought. Yeah, that stamps me right there. So the loss, the loss would actually fucking boost my channel up in a little bit in a way, but a victory would really, really solidify me. That's all. But I gotta get there first. So that's why I'm saying to people are like, yo, if you lose, are you ever gonna show your face or pocket? What do you mean? What could they say about me? That I lost the fight? Really? Well, did you do it? Did you get up and get in training camp and go out there and box? No? Well, then shut the fuck up, haters. Not us. We know. We know what it takes to do this and the respect that people get for lacing it up. I respect everybody for lacing it up. I just a little crazy fight. I want to win. I want a taste of the glory. Yeah. And I don't want to go out there and lose. But the fact that you lace it up and get in the ring and fight, you're fucking stamped right there. That dude that we looked up his boxing record that lost 144 fights, he only won 3 fights in his whole career. That guy is certified. That dude's in BoxRec. That dude laced it up. He lost a tremendous amount of fights, but motherfucker's a warrior. Win, lose, or draw, will I show my face in podcasting or anything? What? I'm on the next day. Fucking proud of myself of what I was able to do at my age. Shit. That makes me certified. All right, fight fans, love yourselves. And I'm off.